personally extremely happy. I have been many times in Morocco when I was ambassador to France, informally. Those were the good days of the peace process in the 90s. And I was invited personally and not officially. I love this country. It is an extremely important country, not only for Israel, but also for Europe. Morocco is an important country. And let's not forget that in Israel, we have a very large community of Jews who are original from Morocco, and we've maintained ties with this country. Unfortunately, in year 2000, with the second Intifada, we were obliged to close our office. We did have an office in Morocco. We had to close it. And now for the last 20 years, although unofficial ties continued and Israeli tourists visited Morocco, it was done under the table. And now I am personally extremely happy that everything is open to the light of the day on the table officially. And we have now an agreement with a fourth Arab country in 3 or 4 months.
Right. Now, as you mentioned, Morocco is a very important country to Europe. Some of those countries have been very involved in the issue of the Western Sahara, Spain, France, to some degree, I guess, Italy. How do you think they'd be reacting to the other side of today's developments, which was that the U.S. agreed to recognize Moroccan sovereignty over the disputed Western Sahara?
Yeah, they may not like it. They may not like it because they do not recognize Moroccan sovereignty over Western Sahara. I mean, most of the world doesn't recognize. I think it's only two or three countries. Among them, I believe, also our neighbors, Jordan. So I think this part of the deal will not fall well with the European countries who wanted to settle this dispute by negotiations. Also, this is a dispute that is here for the last 20, 30 years. And Trump did here the same thing as what he did with Jerusalem, recognizing Jerusalem as capital of Israel, recognizing the Golan Heights as part of Israel. He did the same thing with Morocco, and I believe that in return, Morocco agreed to formalize its tie with Israel. By the way, this is something which we have been waiting for years, and we have been talking to the Moroccans about that, but until now, to no avail. And now things have changed, and Israel is not involved in the dispute regarding the Western Sahara. We have enough disputes of our own, and what is important to us to finally have again a formal relationship with that important Arab country.